Do that. Good morning and welcome to the WSJM Morning Show video live stream. I'm Ken Lundberg. It's October 24th, 7 a.m. right now as we start this.
We've started.
And we've started this. Yes, we have. We started this. I'm Ken Lundberg. Mike Weibel is here. We have a special guest in the studio, none other than Kayla Griffith, Director of Special Projects and Communications for the City of St. Joseph. Hey, Kayla.
Hey, good morning.
Full disclosure, Kayla and I used to work together at a corporation just up the road that makes washing machines.
Really?
Yeah.
And refrigerators and
That is
microwaves.
I'm not familiar with them. What are they?
Oh, yeah. Little small town corporation.
Yes.
Yeah. Kayla, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you, too.
What's going on?
I've had a really exciting year coming up on my 1-year anniversary as Director of Communications and Special Projects for the City of St. Joe.
Well, and other important, exciting things have happened as well.
I
Go
had
ahead.
a baby.
Yeah.
Just small things like that.
Congratulations.
Talk
Thank
about
you.
Lincoln.
Yeah, Lincoln's about 7 months old. He's so fun. He's so full of personality, you expect a little bit of that as they grow, but right from the start, he has just been he's so funny.
Yeah.
Just in how he expresses himself, and he's always been very big emotions and faces.
Met Lincoln for the first time when City of St. Joseph was doing the busking event downtown.
Yeah. Okay.
Which was a lot of fun. And in fact, your husband Gary was down there playing the vibraphone.
Yes.
Not a xylophone.
Vibraphone.
He plays the and doesn't he have a t-shirt that says this is not a xylophone?
He thought about buying a t-shirt.
Oh,
he ended up buying a t-shirt that said good vibes only, pun on vibraphone.
Mhm.
But he did. Apparently that's a big thing in the melodic percussion community is vibraphone. Xylophone versus vibraphone. So.
Yeah. Because to the layperson, do you agree they look like the same thing?
Oh yeah, I
Okay.
agree.
All right.
As someone who I played flute in band.
Oh.
So
Okay.
It's
like if somebody came by and said, "Hey, is that a piccolo you're playing?" You go like, "No, it's a flute."
Right.
Yeah.
All right. You're here to talk about Truck or Treat, and it's happening this weekend. You want to give an exclusive to our listeners on the video live stream? What's going on?
Absolutely. So this year we are doing Truck or Treat a little bit differently. We're doing it downtown instead of at the Howard Ice Arena parking lot where it was in the past.
New location.
Yeah, moving downtown allows us to have a little bit more room for both the vehicles and the trick-or-treaters. And hopefully people can come, they can enjoy the view of the lake, and they can go and explore some shops and restaurants maybe before or after they go truck-or-treating. So
Truck or treating. And why is it called Truck or Treat?
So what we do is all of the cool utility vehicles that the city has. So think like street sweeper, all the cool construction equipment, public safety equipment, so fire trucks, police cars, that sort of thing, as well as equipment used by some of our contractors like Kaling Construction. We bring it all downtown, and you can go truck to truck and grab some candy.
Fantastic. Should we?
I think we should.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have to wear a costume? Is there an age? Is there an age limit?
Are strongly recommended.
Is there a height limit?
No technical height or age limit.
Okay, cool.
It's designed for families, but it's a good opportunity for anyone to get up close and see some cool vehicles.
Can we tell people that you went to school with Mike's daughter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure thing.
Because they just did.
They did.
Yeah.
So did she play the flute with you when you were?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys were both in flute together.
Yeah.
Both in
Okay.
band.
Oh, nice. Was she
I
good?
work for the city of St. Joe, so I don't know that I can root for Lakeshore, but
you can.
Lancer Marching Band. So
Right.
Oh, very nice.
yeah, state champions back junior year of high school.
Yeah.
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 That's probably where they have their best chance this year as well, right? To get a state championship.
Yeah. That's where they usually have their best chances.
Back in just a moment.
Thanks
Sorry,
to Lori
Lakeshore.
Marconi.
Yeah. All right. We'll come back, and we've got more in just a moment. News from our WSJM newsroom, and we'll visit with Kayla a little bit more. Talk about what's happening in downtown St. Joseph. If you have kids or grandkids, great event is coming up. So stay tuned.
Maybe we should go to 27cash.com.
With our bad credit,
27cash.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with any type of credit get up to $5,000, and cash can hit our bank account as soon as tomorrow.
when you need extra cash, go to 27cash.com. That's 27cash.com. 27cash.com.
WSJM News now. Team coverage from the WSJM newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
It's 7:05. It's the WSJM Morning Show. Good morning. I'm Ken Lundberg. Mike Weibel is here with me. We have a special guest in the studio as well.
We do.
Kayla Griffith is here. She's the Director of Special Projects and Communications for the City of St. Joseph. And she's here to talk just for a couple of minutes about Truck or Treat. It's happening this weekend, tomorrow, in fact, in St. Joseph. So we'll give you all the details about that, where you can take your little goblins, your ghouls, your witches. What are the big costumes this year? What are they going to be? What are people going to be? Do we know? All right, come think on that. Maybe do some internet research, Mike, on your.
Yes, sir.
What do you have?
I'm
Your
on
cricket there?
Yeah.
Okay. Do it. We'll come back in just a moment and talk about that here on the WSJM Morning Show. Forecast for today: partly sunny. As soon as the sun comes up, we might have.
Right now, it's partly dark.
Right now, it's mostly dark, mostly dark except for that street light. 20% chance of lake effect rain, but then we should clear that out this morning. We're heading for a high today, somewhere probably around 50, 51 degrees at St. Joseph and Benton Harbor. The warmest spots of Southwest Michigan probably getting up to 54 degrees. The wind not going to be as much of an issue as it has been the last few days. It's been blowing like crazy, and so today probably only 5 to 10 miles per hour out of the northwest. Tonight's forecast mostly clear. Widespread frost is likely in our region. The low overnight probably around 32 degrees. You're going to wake up to that tomorrow morning, and partly cloudy skies on Saturday are expected. Not so much of a chance of rain. High around 55 degrees, and the same thing for Sunday. It's going to be nice, partly cloudy day and a high around 58. So it should be a decent, nice autumn weekend. All right, we have news from the WSJM newsroom. Michigan State Police yesterday announcing that a Cass County man is facing multiple drug charges following a narcotics investigation. Officers executed a search warrant last Friday at a home in the 1300 block of Zilke Road in Howard Township after a 2-month investigation led by the Southwest Enforcement Team and involving the Cass County Drug Enforcement Team, the Michigan State Police Canine Unit, and the U.S. Postal Inspector Service. Police say they seized 315 methamphetamine pills, 150 grams of magic mushrooms, and smaller amounts of ecstasy and LSD. 40-year-old Brett Owen Boone of Cass County was arrested and taken to Cass County Jail. He faces 3 counts of possession with intent to deliver methamphetamine or ecstasy, 1 count of possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance, and 1 count of maintaining a drug house. Other news: Berrien County commissioners have begun work on next year's budget, and a potential drop in tax revenue from the Cook Nuclear Power Plant remains a big concern. The plant appealed its property tax assessment a couple of years ago. A settlement reduced the immediate financial hit to area municipalities, but Board Chair Mac Elliott says the agreement ends soon.
And at some point, they are going to come back and they're going to seek to transfer certain of their assets from the real property classification to personal property, office furniture, things of that sort.
Elliott says any major valuation changes will cost the county potentially millions of dollars, so departments are being advised to evaluate their staffing levels.
At some point, we have to look at how can we save some money, and one of the things that seems logical is to look across the board at positions that exist, but they're not being filled.
He says 70% of county spending is payroll. Elliott warned commissioners that a significant tax loss would require tapping reserves, something that can't continue long-term. A 3-hour budget work session is scheduled for next Thursday. Roughly 800 South Haven water customers are under a boil water advisory following a system issue late Thursday morning. Water and Sewer Superintendent Dustin Gaminski explains.
We had a water main break on a large pipe that was feeding our area. So in order to make the repair, we had to isolate some valves, which shut down the system and caused a loss in pressure. So we had to issue a boil water.
Gaminski says system pressure was restored around 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon.
The main has been repaired. We are going around and turning the valves back on and going to flush the system out to get the air back out of the lines and make sure we have good water in places and take samples.
He says the advisory will likely remain in place until Saturday as testing continues. The affected area spans from East Wells Street north to 107th Avenue and from I-196 west to Lake Michigan. Residents should boil their water in that area for drinking, cooking, or ice. until that order is cleared, probably sometime Saturday. It's 7:10. It's the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lundberg. We've got more coming up in just a moment. We've got sports. But first off, we have a special guest who's come by for a couple of minutes here in the WSJM studios, Kayla Griffith, who is the Director of Special Projects and Communications for the City of St. Joseph. Welcome.
Good morning.
Is this your first time into the WSJM studios?
Technically, no.
Oh,
About
okay.
16 years ago.
16 years. Okay,
16
when you were
years
5.
ago.
No, go.
A little older than 5.
All right.
Barely.
Yeah.
I was Miss Baroda back in 2010.
Were you
and
really?
So we came on the radio when
We've
it was
got a
Brenda
celebrity
Lane.
in here.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
Did an
Especially
interview
this time
then.
of year.
Yeah.
Okay, so former Miss Baroda, Kayla Griffith, you were here. So you came in as part of the royalty package.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did an interview about who I was as Miss Baroda, about our town.
Cool.
Very nice. Well, welcome back to the WSJM studios. It's a pleasure to have you here. And tell us a little bit about, you've got a big special event happening tomorrow. It's Truck or Treat. Tell, for those who might not be aware of what it is, what is Truck or Treat?
Truck or Treat is a really fun, cool event that you get to get up close and personal with our utility vehicles that service the city. And so think like street sweepers, think construction vehicles, fire trucks, everything that you've always kind of wanted to get up close, see how it works.
Yeah, I mean,
take a closer look.
if you're a toddler and you know, if you ever leave a toddler in a vehicle just for a couple minutes in a safe way,
In the summer.
in a safe way, no, not in the summer, but you know, you start playing with stuff, right? Because there are all kinds of buttons and switches and
Oh,
everything else you
yeah.
can play with. Think about that times 100, because now you've got street sweepers. You're going to have a garbage truck there. You should have a garbage truck there.
Maybe.
That'd be cool. But anyway,
We'll have
but-
about 15,
probably
16
dangerous.
vehicles.
okay. So they're all lined up and the kids get to explore them
Right.
in a
Yeah.
safe way.
Yeah, yep. You get to go truck to truck and you get to trick or treat and get candy.
Okay.
We'll have public works staff there. So
Nice.
any questions, any conversation, you can talk to them, learn a little bit more about what they do and how they use these cool vehicles.
Very nice. And just a reminder, this used to happen at the John and Dee Dee Howard Ice Arena.
Yes.
Is that right? Okay.
Yep. And this year we are moving it downtown. So it's going to be on Lake Boulevard and then the 500 block of Broad Street between Elm Street and Pleasant. So kind of that big section downtown right in front of the stairs.
Okay. Very nice. And so it's going to be from 4 to 6 p.m. tomorrow. And the kiddos are advised to have costumes, right? Have costumes.
Come dress up, have some fun with it.
If you don't have your costume yet, is it okay? Can they still come down?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. What about pets? Can we bring pets?
Downtown's pet friendly.
Okay.
So
Got a lot of questions.
All right. What are the costumes?
It's really tough to find because everybody's just selling something.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You
it's
can't
like
find
an
best
honest-
costumes?
Yeah, like top 5.
Well, I'm thinking, yeah, go ahead.
No, it's like, top 5, and then there's all links on where to buy the costumes they say is top 5.
Okay.
So it's kind of, yeah.
Any ideas? What are you going to dress the little pumpkin up as?
I feel like Labubu would be a great baby
Oh,
costume.
see?
First of all,
does
That
come
would
up
be
with the
fantastic.
right?
Yeah.
You know, like something a little fleecy, it's something warm for your baby. It's something cute and culturally relevant for your baby.
Can
for
I
your-
also tell people that I know you're very crafty and you make a lot of your own stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna make, are you gonna make a Halloween costume for Lincoln?
No, not this year.
Oh.
We are. I've been telling people what his
Oh.
costume is,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
not everyone. Actually, I don't think anyone I've said so far has gotten it.
Okay.
We're going as Baby of the Year from a Tim Robinson sketch from I Think You Should Leave.
Oh,
It's a sketch comedy show on Netflix. It's kind of that cringe humor. So not
Oh,
a lot of people watch
very
it,
nice.
but there's a sketch called Baby of the Year. And you've got the bad boy of the competition, Bart Harley Jarvis. And he's got like a biker baby costume with
Yeah.
like tattoo sleeves.
Yeah.
And so we found that actual costume that they used on Amazon, not like the costume itself,
Right.
but you know,
something like that.
so we're dressing him up as a little biker baby.
I like that. I like that. Play on that show would be fun. Also, I was thinking you could dress up as a Bitcoin.
Yeah.
That'd be good. You could
Yeah.
dress up as the East Wing of the White House.
With like a wrecking ball in your
Right?
face.
Yeah, Miley Cyrus. I'm going to
Right.
the White House with a wrecking ball or something.
Barbie and Ken.
That's like so 2000 late.
Hey,
Anyway, all right. What else is going on? Anything else fun happening with the city? Kayla, you want to cover today?
I mean, we have our Halloween events coming up.
Yep.
And so St. Joe today has downtown trick or treat happening. And right after that, we have our citywide trick or treat happening. That's going from 6 to 7:30. Downtown trick or treat is
Okay.
4:30 to 6. So
Very nice. Okay, so where can people go to get more information about Truck or Treat or anything having to do with Halloween or anything having to do with the city?
we post a lot of fun stuff to our City of St. Joseph, Michigan government Facebook page. Our website, sjcity.com, also has a calendar there with more information.
All right, Kayla Griffith, Director of Special Projects and Communications for the City of St. Joseph. Thank you very much for bringing the information. Truck or Treat is tomorrow. Take your kiddos down there from 4 to 6 p.m.
It'll be a fun time.
All right, 7:15 WSJM Morning Show continues. Sports.
Sports on the Michigan.
All right, we're on the video live stream. Anything else? We good? Good?
Yeah.
I like the
think-
Labubu. I think that's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, it's just about
Especially if it's a little
like
cold.
doll
Yeah.
sized, you
Right.
know.
Yeah.
It's something warm. It's perfect size for a baby. It's cute. You know.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun.
No, that'd be excellent. Okay. All right.
So one of the guys in my office, Dan, he's 2 years old, 3 years old, somewhere in there, and he's at the Y. He does daycare there. So
Mm.
they went as a field trip to the fire station yesterday.
Oh,
So I don't
cool.
know if this is connected to what's happening this weekend, but they had like the Hummer there. They had all the fire trucks there. They had a police dog there. They had all this stuff for these kids to see. And everybody even pictures of him up in a big fire truck, and he can push all the buttons and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so I had lunch with him and his son, and I was like, "Did you get a fire truck?" And he's like, "Yeah." So I mean, at this point, I think a lot of kids is probably going to be, "Oh yeah, we got a truck," and they give us candy. It's going to be the truck that's the
Yeah.
We got the truck. We'll have the Hummer coming out. We've got a backhoe. You know, they dig the holes,
Oh,
dump
yeah.
truck, all sorts of cool things.
That's so cool. If as long as the buttons work when you push it, because if I'm in the fire truck, I want to run the siren.
right.
I want to run the lights.
Yep.
I want to run the hose.
Right.
I don't know that they'll let you push buttons, but
All right.
we'll
Hey.
see.
Well, they're not looking.
All right. I told Emily Hackworth because she reached out and said, "Hey, can we get a quick plug in about Truck or Treat?" And I said, "That's fine." Then she said, "Well, I'm not available this week. Can I send somebody in my stead?" And I said, "As long as they're as good as you, yes." And so you've done
Here
it.
you are.
So thank
That's
you.
big shoes to fill. She's got a big personality.
Well, I mean, you go for Miss Baroda,
Yeah.
might as well.
Right.
Yeah. No,
So
it's
she
good
has
stuff.
big shoes to fill. You're Miss Baroda.
Yeah,
big,
exactly.
pointy high heels.
Right. When's the last time somebody put a tiara on her?
I don't know. Can't say.
Mike's got the tough questions this morning.
That's right.
All right, Kayla, we know you've got a lot going on. We'll let you go. We've got to get back and talk about some White House demolition, unless you want to stay for that.
I'm good.
Okay. All right. It's the WSJM Morning Show. Thank you.
Take it up a notch and book a private lunch inside Silver Beach Pizza during the week. Just email Mackenzie at silverbeachpizza.com to make it happen. Silver Beach Pizza, fueling offices, parties, and gatherings one epic lunch at a time.
There it was, your check engine light, ABS warning light, charging system light, your dashboard lit up like a Christmas tree. Great. Now what? Here's the answer. Call Enders Auto Repair. With over 35 years of experience, Terry Enders knows a lot about dashboard warning lights. With state-of-the-art diagnostics, Terry...
All right. Thank you again for Kayla Griffith coming in and sharing some information. I love that they're putting a specific focus on having more events for residents,
Families. Yeah.
downtown St. Joseph, especially when it's the off season.
Right.
So that's really good. So again, Truck or Treat coming up tomorrow, 4 to 6 p.m. Try to keep me out of those trucks. I'm going to
Yeah.
push the buttons.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you're like down at the end of where all the trucks are, if there's like a white panel van that says free puppies on the side, don't stop there.
Teresa says, "Good morning to Sanders, McKee, Weibel, Norton Group."
That's right.
Can't you get a more interesting name than that for your Facebook comments?
You just said the three other people in the group are now offended because they don't have good names.
Okay, a more embracing name.
Well, so I have two Facebook pages. I've got the
You have
office
two?
one and my personal one.
Yeah.
And sometimes it doesn't show up on my personal one first. It
Oh,
shows
you
up on
forget to switch over.
No, I can switch over.
Oh.
But it's not in the feed on the personal one. Sometimes it's like takes 5 minutes. So
Okay.
when we jumped over, I jumped and that was where the feed was. So
Bill says tomorrow, last race at M40 Goblet for the season. Last race for the season at Gobles. Okay. Well, do well, Bill. Scott. Do great. And I saw Bill race out there.
Did you?
In Gobles. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Gobles is a dangerous place for me because they have the RC track and they have, I think, 2 video arcades.
Oh.
Yeah, video game arcades.
So
and pinball.
Stephanie just drop you off and pick you up a couple days later?
That's probably a good idea.
It would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Actually, I mean, she likes the video games as well.
She might just be like, hey, I'm going away for the weekend with my girlfriends.
Yeah.
You want me to drop you off and pick you up?
Drop you off in Gobles. It's cheaper that way. Don't even need a hotel.
No.
Just stay there all night. Okay, we'll be back in a moment. It's the WSJM Morning Show.
A smarter way to mop. Try it or your money back.
Partly sunny skies today. We continue to see some lake effect rain showers, mainly in our far northern areas. Those will persist through the morning hours, and then we'll see partly sunny skies this afternoon. Highs today at 54. We're down to 32 overnight tonight, with the exception of right at the lake shore, so a frost is possible. And then tomorrow, mix of the sun and clouds and a high of 55. I'm meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
45 degrees in Benton Harbor, 48 in St. Joseph, 45 in South Haven. Clouds. Let's see. South Haven, you can expect rain in the next hour. Yeah, they still have a little bit of rain coming in there. We knew there'd be, as our forecaster just said, a possibility of that. We'll clear it out.
Lake effect.
Yeah, lake effect. All right. So new images available yesterday. Oh, good morning. I'm Ken Lundberg. Mike Weibel is here.
Here I am.
It's the WSJM Morning Show. In case you didn't know what you were listening to.
Right.
New images available yesterday appear to show that the entire White House East Wing has now been leveled.
Yep.
It's no longer there to make way for President Donald Trump's $300 million and counting ballroom. Remember when it used to be $250 million?
Yeah, it's like any building project, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. And the other funny thing about any building project, well, we'll get to it. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt defended the demolition as she faced questions from reporters at the briefing yesterday. President Trump initially said in July that the project would not interfere with the existing White House structure. Then this week, as crews began to raise the East Wing, basically demolish it, an official said the entirety of the East Wing will be modernized. Starting at the foundation and above.
There you go.
As they're building what's going to be a 90,000 square foot building, which will include a ballroom among a whole lot of other things. You can't call it a 90,000 square foot ballroom. I know a lot of media are calling it a 90,000 square foot ballroom.
Right.
It's going to be, that's only going to be a portion of it.
Right.
That's on the
It's like
East
a
Wing.
whole wing.
The wing will also include the First Lady's office, all the support staff, a number of other things that are going to go into there. The 90,000 square foot building will house that ballroom plus all those other offices.
And then there's an Amway distribution center out the back, I think.
Oh, yeah, Amway, Amazon, Walmart, and Target.
Yeah.
Will have a distribution center. No, they won't. Google will have a data center there.
That's right, yeah.
Because they're helping to sponsor it, apparently. This is the People's House. Why not inform the public of that change when it was decided by that the East Wing would be totally demolished? That's what ABC News Chief White House correspondent Mary Bruce asked. Leavitt responded, with any construction project, changes come. And we have informed all of you. We've been keeping you apprised of this project. We've shown you the renderings. The plans changed when the president heard counsel from architects and the construction companies who said that for the East Wing to be modern and beautiful for many, many years to come, for it to truly be a strong and stable structure, this phase one that we're in now is necessary. So if you parse those words, you basically understand the president said, hey, so can we put the gold lame over all this stuff?
Right.
And the guy said, sure, we'll have to take a couple more rooms off the East Wing. And now this, it's totally gone. It's totally gone. The other thing too is a lot of folks are very concerned about the actual White House being affected. Even those words just a moment ago when Mary Bruce from the ABC said, hey, the president told us the structure of the White House is not going to be touched. It actually technically was not. This was a wing. It was built on after the fact. not defending it. I mean, I think the 90,000 square foot ballroom, by the way, is going to be very monstrous, and it'll dwarf.
Yeah.
Because the White House itself is 55,000 square feet.
Right.
So the White House, the shoe box that is the White House, 55,000 square feet. The new wing is going to be 90,000 square feet. It's not going to be symmetrical anymore.
Right. Well, you know what that means.
Oh, another wing?
Mhm.
East wing's going to have to be redone?
Mhm. But, you know, I mean, when you look at our country and the amount of wealth that we have in our country, and our White House is pretty meager.
I don't agree with that at all. The White House is beautiful.
It is. It's beautiful, but
Yeah.
it is dated, and it does look classic. But
It's called
at the same
historic.
Time, yeah, I know. Yeah. But you know, it would be nice to have an upgrade to those grounds. I think.
I see your point.
Yeah.
I recognize your point. I respect that you have a right for that opinion.
Even though you disagree.
The White House is requiring at least some of the construction workers tasked with demolishing the East Wing to sign a non-disclosure agreement,
Oh, yeah.
an NDA, barring them from discussing their work. You know, because the workers have to get there somehow. Right. And so there is a worker entrance. I'm sure there's probably multiple worker entrances, and I'm sure they have to go through Secret Service.
Oh, I'm sure it's
right.
brutal.
Yeah. So you got to leave your claw hammer on the table, your
Get
pneumatic
searched.
hammer, your
Right.
wrenches, and that kind of stuff. But no, the workers, they have to go in and out of work every day. They probably have a specified parking lot that they have to go through. And if they're walking in, they're going to be stopped by media. Media know where those outlets, those entrances are, and so they're going to be there every day saying, "So, what'd you work on today?"
Right.
So
Plus, there's probably a bar across the street from the White House, and those construction workers sitting around and
Old Ebbitt's Grill.
Yeah.
A White House official told ABC News that requiring workers to sign the NDA is standard practice, given aspects of the project that deal with operational security of the White House. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. There's nothing unusual about the NDA, as the White House official said, answering reporters' questions about the project earlier on Thursday. Caroline Levitt, the press secretary, said, as for the cost of the ballroom and the construction of said, she said all of that is going to be privately funded and paid for by the president himself and many generous patriots who have stepped up. She also said to expect a dollar amount from Trump on how much of his own resources he'll be committing to build the ballroom, which he has wanted to do for some time now. So later on Thursday, Trump was asked if he'd raise the full $300 million to fund the ballroom. And she said, if he had already raised that. And she said, yes, actually, we've raised, I think, $350 million.
Oh.
So you got $50 million cushion already.
Right.
For still what I'm predicting to be a $500 million project. Because you're going to have to put carpet in there.
Which is going to be a lot of carpet.
It's going to be a lot of carpet. Let's see what else. Asked how much of his own money he was planning to donate to the ballroom, the president replied, "Oh, millions of dollars. Yeah, I'll give a lot of money to the White House. The White House is, as you know, I give my salary, and I usually steer it to the White House because this house was a little bit abandoned." Yeah. Anyway, I do worry about the structural integrity of the actual White House itself. Because as the East Wing is demolished, you take it right up to the White House,
right?
And they're not doing it with little chisels and hammers,
right?
They're doing it with backhoes and jackhammers and that kind of thing. So hopefully, even though the plans were not yet shared with the Preservation Society or the architects and that kind of stuff, hopefully they are taking steps to protect the integrity of the actual building itself, so that you don't lose that piece of history. It's sentimental,
yeah.
Don't you think? Who are you texting over there?
I'm doing research.
Oh, you're doing more research. Okay. You want to talk? You want to talk about the NBA?
Sure.
Let's talk about the NBA. Portland Trail Blazers head coach Chauncey Billups is among those charged in an illegal poker operation tied to the mafia. Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier is among several people charged in a separate but related illegal gambling case, according to authorities and their announcement yesterday. Billups has been charged with wire fraud conspiracy and money laundering conspiracy. Both have been immediately placed on leave by their respective teams. The NBA said in a statement, "We are in the process of reviewing The federal indictments announced today. Terry and Chauncey are being placed on immediate leave from their teams, and we will continue to cooperate with the relevant authorities. We take these allegations with the utmost seriousness, and the integrity of our game remains our top priorities. Busted, right? Busted for not only gambling but illegal gambling. Right, because there's a problem if you're gambling on yourselves or your teams, or if you're throwing a basket or something like that. But this sounded very systematic. Yeah, systematic. The poker games, for instance, which included people at the table, basketball players. Right. So it's like, hey, you want to play with so and so? He's going to be at the table. He's got that hefty contract.
Right.
So maybe you can take him. Well, the poker games, which included basketball players, were allegedly rigged in favor of those running the games. They used advanced technology, including rigged shuffling machines. They had shuffling machines. So that tells you the scale, and they were rigged. They even had, and I saw a video of this, X-ray technology to read the cards if they were facing down on the table.
Wow.
So underneath the table, they had some sort of X-ray. They also had, there was another thing, and this is just fascinating to me. They stack up a deck of cards. If you have a deck of cards stacked and sitting on a table, they had a phone that was rigged to scan the cards, because on the side of the cards, the way they stacked up, it looked like a UPC code.
Okay.
But you couldn't discern it with the human eye.
Yeah.
But the phone could discern it and tell you exactly what cards were in what order and how they'd be coming out. And then it would tell you which hand that was dealt would be the winning hand.
Oh, it ran all the analytics on it.
It ran all of it.
So you knew who was going to win and when to take a card, when not to take
And
a card.
just by placing your phone, which had not just it wasn't like this, where you'd put the camera like this. It was just laying on its side. It had a camera hidden like near the bottom somewhere, and it was scanning it like a UPC code.
Crazy.
So I mean, these guys could teach Vegas some things.
Yeah.
Vegas probably already knows everything about it. That's probably where this came from. Games were organized beginning in 2019 in the Hamptons, in Manhattan, in Las Vegas, in Miami. The profits, at least the ones that they know about so far from the alleged poker scheme, ran up to $7 million and counting, according to officials. The investigation took 2 years, and they decided to release the the indictments on the same day as the tip-off for the season. So
I wonder if that's where Pritzker won his $1.4 million.
Right? Governor of Illinois with his $1.4 million blackjack winnings. Yeah, it's possible. Who knows? Anyway, FBI Director Kash Patel says the fraud is mind-boggling. He says we're talking about tens of millions of dollars in theft and robbery and fraud. And it's hitting some of the highest echelons of the NBA. So we'll talk more about this on the video live stream. We're over time now. We've got to get to a few messages here, talk about our financial news. It's the WSJM Morning Show. It's 7:32. Nothing but bet.
Have you been thinking about building?
Nothing but bet for the NBA.
Nothing but bet.
This is this could go down as one of the biggest scandals of NBA's history.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, for sure.
Right? Because you think about it, what scandals have rocked the NBA before?
I don't know. If you go back to like the 80s, I think there was a bunch of drug scandals.
No,
because they were playing like 110 games a season, and a lot of guys were doing.
So what they needed
cocaine.
to pick me up.
Yeah, they were doing cocaine and stuff, and freebasing and whatnot, and so there was the whole drug thing in the NBA, and then I think other than like
colleges and stuff like that, payoffs.
What was the one with Kobe when the girls said that he sexually assaulted her?
Rapes. Yeah. So that was one, but that affected again one person, one team, maybe.
Right.
NBA says that they're taking it seriously. Let's see, what else do we have in here? The fraud is mind-boggling. We talked about that. Billups coached the Trailblazers in their season opener on Wednesday night, lost to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Billups was also a Hall of Fame player, mostly for the Detroit Pistons.
Right.
before retiring in 2014. He was a 5-time All-Star NBA player in his 17 years, led the Pistons to the NBA title in 2004, being named the Finals MVP. We're aware of the investigation, the allegations involving head coach Chauncey Billups, and the Trailblazers are fully cooperating with the investigation. That's what the Blazers said in the statement. Billups has been placed on immediate leave. Thiago Splitter will assume head coaching duties in the interim. Any further questions should be directed to the NBA. We don't want to talk about it.
So you know who historically has had this is a famous basketball player with a gambling.
Oh no, Michael
fetish.
Jordan.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's just read a thing. It says Jordan was known for his gambling on golf, cards, and in casinos. He was once asked about a story involving a 36-hour card game with fellow player Antoine Walker, with bets reaching $90,000 or $900,000.
$900,000.
Yeah. So, and I've heard like Jordan will play and like do like $100,000 bet a hole in golf.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Wow. Among the defendants are current and former NBA coaches and players, authorities said, as well as 13 members of the mafia.
Oh, gee.
And associates from the Bonanno, is that how you say that? Bonanno?
Yeah.
Gambino and Genovese crime families.
Nice.
Authorities described it as a sprawling criminal enterprise to dupe unsuspecting gamblers. Meanwhile, in what officials described as an overlapping case tied to prop betting on NBA games, some of the players named here have also been arrested. Let's see what else. Wire fraud conspiracy, money laundering conspiracy. There's so much here. There was somebody who was apparently tipped off about an injury. So bettors, people placing bets, a small select few knew that injury was going to become public. And so they bet on the outcome of that, and they won big, but now they're in trouble.
Well, the other thing I think about, and I've suspected, made conspiracy theories, that there's times like in DraftKings or whatnot, you'll have a basketball player and you can bet on how many points he's going to score in a game.
Sure.
And so let's say he gets to 35 and you're like, oh my gosh, I took 36. All he's got to do is one more bucket. And next thing you know, he's like, they pull him out of the game. And you're like, why would you pull him out of the game now and sit him on the bench?
Yeah.
And I'm like, so many times people get right to that number and then all of a sudden go sit on the bench, or, makes you wonder how much of that stuff is, you call your cousin and say, hey, I'm only going to score 35 tonight, so take the under.
And depending on how far this goes, because if you have players because there's even an allegation of a player, and there's probably more than one, faking injuries.
Right.
It's like, how is this different from the WWE, except for there's illicit gambling going on with it? Hang on one second. It's the WSJM Morning Show.
Including non-subscribers. The game will be followed by 2 NBA games. Monica Ricks, Bloomberg Radio.
The Morning Show with Ken Lundberg on WSJM.
7:37. It's the WSJM Morning Show. Let's place a bet.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. It's not the NBA. We've got, what do we have outside right now? 44 degrees in Benton Harbor under cloudy skies, 47 in St. Joseph, 45 degrees in South Haven. We do have in the forecast today, partly sunny skies. There is a 20% chance of some lake effect rain early in the day. We saw South Haven was getting a chance of rain within the next hour. The high today is supposed to be somewhere between 50 and 54 degrees. Winds out of the northwest, just 5 to 10 miles per hour today. So a nice light breeze to keep the leaves rustling. Tonight's forecast, mostly clear. Widespread frost is likely tonight. The low overnight is supposed to get down to 32. Saturday's forecast, you'll wake up to that frost. You'll have partly cloudy skies and a high around 55 degrees. Sunday, partly cloudy, a high of 58. And then Monday, partly cloudy skies with a high of 57. Tuesday, Wednesday next week, we do see a chance of rain in the forecast. About a 30% chance of showers is what they're calling for right now. So we'll see what that does. But the highs each day, probably in the mid-50s next week.
Just not bad.
That's not too bad at all. Not too bad.
End of October, beginning of November.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. It's like, it's like almost Christmas. Okay, we've got 7:39. It's doubly.
I go get my Christmas shopping done.
Gotta go get my Christmas shopping done. I'm scared now. We've got more coming up in just a moment. Right now, latest world and national news.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. Overnight, President Trump abruptly announced he was terminating all trade talks with Canada over a television ad put out by Ontario's government that used 1987 audio from former President Ronald Reagan criticizing trade tariffs.
Sometimes for a short while it works, but only for a short time.
Trump writing on social media he thought Canada was trying to interfere with the Supreme Court decision considering the legality of his tariffs. The Ronald Reagan Foundation and Institute says it's reviewing legal use of the audio. Major travel mess up overnight due to a computer malfunction at Alaska Airlines. This traveler frustrated.
We are trying to get back to Portland. Had the last Alaska IT outage in June, put me out, so I didn't fly Alaska for a while, and now we're going through it again.
Ukrainian President Zelensky is in London right now for talks with 24 European leaders on ending the war. He's also met with the king at Windsor. Sources in Paris tell ABC News detectives have collected a lot of DNA on the Louvre jewelry robbery. This is ABC News.
WSJM News Now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
740 WSJM Morning Show continues. I'm Ken Lundberg. It's Friday, October 24th. Some of the news stories we have coming up just after 8 o'clock. We're learning more about that human and sex trafficking enforcement operation that was carried out this week by the Berrien County Sheriff's Department. We'll give you a little bit more detail about that. 15 arrests for solicitation of sex, which carries a 93 sentence misdemeanor charge. Height says, Sheriff Height, that is, says all arrests happened on the same day at the same time frame and at the same undisclosed location. So we'll tell you a little bit more about that and what we know. A long-running legal dispute between the Berrien County Drain Commissioner's Office and the Michigan Department of Environment, Great Lakes, and Energy has been resolved. We'll tell you how much that's going to cost the county potentially. And the Berrien County Board of Commissioners is setting aside some time to have some more talks with MDOT over their plans for the Main Street reconstruction in St. Joseph. That project in 2027. Some county voices a little bit anxious about what it's going to do to their access to county facilities. So we'll talk about those stories and more. It's all coming up just after 8 o'clock right here on the WSJM Morning Show. On the video live stream, we're going to talk about penny shortages next.
The Michigan News Network.
I'm Beth.
Keeping you rolling
for penny shortages.
Penny shortages. I saw this in USA Today. I thought this was interesting. We already know that the pennies days are numbered, right?
Yes.
Because
it's a penny.
It costs, I think it costs more than what the penny is worth to make the penny, which I don't know if that should factor into it, but it does. But the Treasury Department officially marked the beginning of the end of penny production in May of this year when it placed its last order of the blanks, right? Those are the little metal discs. Those are the blanks, and before they stamp them and everything. That came after President Donald Trump told the department in February to stop making the coins, which cost more than 3 cents to produce because they cost 3.69 cents to make each penny, which is worth a penny, 1 cent.
Well, I hope the manufacturer of the blanks is China, and they just cancel that order.
Yeah, who makes the blanks?
I don't know.
You know, they're copper. I mean, they're like an amalgam of something. Anyway, the U.S. Mint reportedly made its last pennies in August, according to the American Bankers Association. Already, some convenience stores and supermarkets and retailers, including Kroger and Home Depot, have had locations dealing with penny shortages.
Oh, yeah.
They say without enough pennies. Yeah, I know, for pennies,
right?
Especially, I mean, I have visions of some of my neighbors having jars, big old pickle jars full of pennies.
Right. They're not making any more of these.
Oh, people now doing it. Yeah. I remember from my childhood, people were hoarding pennies.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know.
Not either. But now it's going to be like, if I hold on to these for 10 years, this penny will be worth 2 cents.
So they're saying without enough pennies, stores can't make correct change for cash transactions. And it hit a lot sooner than anybody thought. I mean, you think about it. Okay, so the problem is anything that isn't a nickel,
right?
You're going to have to make change,
right?
If you're not doing your transaction digitally. So how does that work? Do you round up? You round down?
I would say you can round down. Now I know like McDonald's and some of these places in towns, they say, hey, would you like to round up to the square number, and whatever the difference is goes to the Ronald McDonald House or some other charity.
They say it does.
Yeah, they say it does.
Okay. Well, okay, that's fine, or you can adjust your prices so it always comes out even. But then you have to think about the taxes,
right?
Because each municipality is different.
Most
Potentially,
most municipalities would be happy to just round down in tax collection.
round up or round up,
No, round down.
round down. No, they want more money.
I know. I was being sarcastic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay. You were being very dry there.
Yes.
Without your laptop, it's like a whole different mic over
It
there.
is, isn't it? And I'm pink today, so
I forgot my pink today.
I wasn't going to bring that up, but you forgot your pink.
Maybe I'm wearing pink undergarments.
Well, let's not find out.
Okay. It's the video
Stephanie,
live stream.
you can tell us yay or nay on the video live stream.
Don't you dare. All right. John, Diane, Teresa, Bill, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Stephanie, others. Who else is on there? Anybody else that I wanted to shout out?
See ya, John.
And I know there are people there who watch and don't engage on the video live stream. Good morning to you as well.
Yes.
But anyway, so I mean, are we going to miss the penny? Is the penny going to come back at some point?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think once it's gone, it's gonna be gone.
Yeah. Do other countries have this same issue?
Probably.
Do any of the other countries have like the 1 cent, the hundredth of a
peso,
hundredth of a euro issue? All right, so let's see what else. Snap and check cashing a possible problem without pennies. A new law. They're saying some of the folks who are concerned about this are proposing perhaps new legislation that could include language to fix other repercussions that businesses would face from being unable to provide exact change because they can't get pennies. And so they've written a letter to Congress saying the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, also known as SNAP, which we're hearing a lot now about because SNAP payments are stopping in November because of the government shutdown. That SNAP provides benefits for low-income individuals and families to buy groceries at authorized retailers. And penny shortages, they say, could hinder stores that serve SNAP shoppers because the benefits program prohibits rounding food prices up or down.
Oh.
So the rounding is not allowed.
No, not allowed.
Because they say SNAP customers cannot be treated less favorably or more favorably than other customers. So there's also check.
Well, that's a conundrum.
The check cashing concerns many retailers cash customers' paychecks, and those services are particularly important for customers without bank accounts, of which there are millions, according to those who are talking to Congress. Unless these services are covered by legislation, many low-income customers might lose access to the services they need and come to expect. So again, your wage comes out uneven, right? Or it comes down to a penny somewhere, and the check cashing, they're not going to give you up or down.
No,
you're going to have to just say, keep it.
You know, would be a really good person to have comment on this right now?
Abraham Lincoln?
No, Bob Birch from Sturgis Bank. He's supposed to make plans to be on the radio, but has failed to do it once again.
Hang on
another week with no call from Bob.
Oh, hang on one moment. We've got to come back in just a moment on the WSJM Morning Show.
Be partly sunny skies this afternoon. Highs today at 54. We're down to 32 overnight tonight, with the exception of right at the lake shore, so a frost is possible. And then tomorrow, mix of the sun and clouds and a high of 55. I'm meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Ken Lundberg on WSJM.
7:48. It's the WSJM Morning Show. It's Friday.
Yeah.
Can you tell it's Friday?
I can tell.
You ready for Friday?
In the air.
It is in the air. I'm Ken Lundberg. Mike Weibel is here with me, and it's time for our Moody on the Market update, which is brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today. They are your local auto owners insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. And looking at moodyonthemarket.com, you can see that a couple of major business organizations have come out publicly to back the Lake Michigan College millage renewals. That's going to be on the November 4 ballot. And these two entities are saying that LMC is essential to the region's workforce and economic growth. The Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber and the Southwestern Michigan Association of Realtors announced their endorsements this week, saying the college plays a critical role in preparing skilled workers for in-demand jobs across Southwest Michigan. So I mean, you think about realtors, you think about the chamber, they are very focused in on what's going to be great for our economy.
Right.
And so they're putting their money where their mouth is on Lake Michigan College. The Arthur Havlicek, who is the chamber president and CEO, says Lake Michigan College is an essential part of our regional economy, whether it's nurses, law enforcement officers, electricians, or manufacturing technicians. LMC trains professionals that our communities depend upon every day. Luke Jeffries, who's the CEO of the Realtors for Southwestern Michigan, say a strong housing market starts with a strong workforce. So you see where they're making the connection.
Yeah.
As to, if you want people to live here, you want people to work here, you want people to stay here, you need a trained, educated workforce to fill those good quality, high-paying jobs. And so they're saying they're back in the LMC, folks.
Nice.
So there you go. So if you want to read more information about their endorsement, you can read it right now at moodyonthemarket.com. The Moody on the Market update brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today. They are your local auto owners insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. Back with more in just a couple of moments here on the WSJM Morning Show.
Rich Brand and Tara Halsey from
Okay, back on the video live stream.
Back on the video live stream.
Back on the video live stream.
Filter.
Any plans for the weekend?
I've got a house full of people.
Oh, so who does the shopping for that? Do you go? Will I find you at the grocery store?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you buy tofu and stuff like that?
No.
Oh. Okay, then I will not be coming over.
Well, if you're coming over, I would. I would buy fish for you.
Oh, thank you. I like fish.
Or shrimp.
Maybe we should have fish for dinner tonight.
Yeah.
I had fake chicken yesterday.
Yeah.
Stephanie was out of town yesterday just for the day, and so I was forced to just dig in the freezer for what I was going to have, and there was frozen chicken.
Chicken.
It's actually, and they are really getting good at replicating stuff that doesn't fall apart, stuff that looks appetizing, and stuff that actually tastes really good. And this chicken was mushroom based, and it has a great texture. And I'm cutting it apart on the table. I'm looking at it. Are you sure this isn't real chicken?
Really?
Yeah, it was really good.
Interesting.
And I served it with my own homemade sweet and sour sauce, which was very scientific amounts of jelly and mustard mixed together on the plate.
Very technical.
I went, dun.
So my son is home. He came home last night, and he says he has a new chili shrimp recipe that he wants to make.
What's your son's first name?
Alec.
Alec. Is Alec a good cook?
He is.
Okay.
He is. So back in the day when he was younger, we went through this one summer where everybody had to take a night and make dinner.
Oh, okay.
And his go-to was meatball subs.
Oh, yum.
All right. So it would be like, oh, what are we having? Meatball subs.
It's my night, meatball subs.
But then once he moved out and got on his own, he became a really good cook. And so he's very good.
Necessity is the mother of invention.
Yes.
And I still distinctly remember when I taught myself to cook.
Yeah.
Because all apologies to my mother.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got one of those too.
But I learned how to cook the hard way. I went to the store. I was living in a one bedroom apartment in not even a one bedroom, is a studio apartment in Seattle. But actually it was on a bluff and it overlooked Puget Sound. And it was just gorgeous. But the apartment itself was just very tiny. But I remember on the stove there, I put a pan on. So I had a pan. I put a protein on. I bought chicken breast.
Nice.
And so I turned the pan on. I put the chicken breast in, and it sticks to the pan and it starts burning.
Yeah.
I forgot to put like oil on.
Right. That'll do it.
So anyway, long story short, I developed my own recipe, which I still love to this day. Chicken breast stuffed bell pepper.
Oh.
So basically, and I'm sure all the food safety people hate this, but you cut the top off a good size bell pepper.
Okay.
Grab, hollow out whatever seed might still be in there, and you just take one chicken breast. You season it how you want. You stuff it in the bell pepper. You put the cap back on the bell pepper. Wrap it in tinfoil. Throw it in the oven. I don't know, 20 minutes later, you've got the juiciest chicken breast and roasted bell pepper.
Oh,
it's like a bachelor meal. Done.
Okay, I'm gonna try that next week.
Done. Yeah, and you can adjust that recipe however you want. I should clarify, I don't enjoy it to this day because I'm pescatarian.
But now you could take the almost
Chicken.
chicken and throw it in a bell pepper and make you might be back.
I could.
Right.
I could. That'd be very interesting. So anyway.
Yeah. So last night I went to Hudsonville and met with a friend, had happy hours, appetizers and stuff like that. It was awesome. Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
What's your go-to appetizer? What's the good stuff right now?
Calamari.
Oh, I love calamari.
Yeah, it's a good
It's
go-to.
so good.
Any place you go. Rye Bills has really good calamari. They put like peppers with it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I like
spicy.
that.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are good. All right,
So-
1 second. Back in a moment. WSJM Morning Show.
West Family Marketing and Media. Proudly serving our community. The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
Welcome back to Cooking with Ken and Mike. It's the WSJM Morning Show. Now, if you missed the video live stream, you're missing a lot because
You are missing a lot.
we were just talking about foods that we appreciate and foods that we might find ourselves making from
Yes.
time to time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Whether it's vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian, or Episcopalian, doesn't matter.
Yes, whatever denomination you are, we've got a food idea
That's
for
right.
you.
We have a recipe you can modify.
Oh my goodness. You just do it, right? Nike.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah.
We've been talking a lot recently about criminals.
We have.
Alleged criminals in some cases. Talk about NBA gambling.
Right.
Talk about the heist that happened at the Louvre
Did you see
Museum.
the videos of that?
I saw the start of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
It was somebody did their homework.
Yeah, they did, and I'm gonna guess that their DNA is probably not on record anywhere.
No.
Anyway, but these thieves took Just Do It to a whole new level. Masked robbers cut a hole in a concrete roof of a Florida mall before dropping in to steal 400 to 500 pair of Nike and New Balance sneakers.
Oh, okay.
You always go in through the roof,
Right.
because they're the least protected areas of a building.
But you got to hand up all those boxes. That had been a hassle.
That's true. And trying them on is the hard part.
Yeah.
Anyway, 400 to 500 pair of Nike and New Balance.
So 500 pairs of size 13 Nike shoes.
Let's
Wonder who that's
look-
going to be.
Let's
Right.
look for that guy.
Right.
According to authorities, the robbery occurred in the back storage room of a Champs Sporting Goods at the Treasure Coast Mall in Jensen.
Inside job.
Jensen Beach. They always say it's an inside job.
Yeah.
Some kind of information. It happened on Tuesday of this week, so just a couple of days after the Louvre. So maybe those guys from the Louvre, they
Right.
went directly to Champs and stole shoes.
That could be.
The authorities there say not quite the crown jewels, but it's clear these sneaker thieves put the same time and effort into their crime. That's what the Martin County Sheriff's Office said in a social media post. They said the stolen merchandise was bagged, tagged, thrown off the roof, and loaded into a getaway vehicle. And they say, as you can see around us, some of the goods got hastily left behind. The stolen merchandise they estimate is worth somewhere between $40,000 and $50,000, and it's going to cost another $10,000 to repair the hole. Apparently, they're not using the White House contractor.
Probably not.
At a press conference this week, the sheriff said the daring robbery seemed like it was straight out of a movie. We had a burglary that we discovered yesterday that appeared right out of Mission Impossible. They saw what happened across the pond where they stole the crown jewels. He said these guys are kind of like that. They are organized criminals that are probably traveling criminals. They made their way to the Martin County area, got off with a sizable amount of product. They didn't do that with a handsaw. They used electric tools, probably a grinder or a saw, and somehow worked for hours before being detected.
Somehow. I don't think you can really assimilate the guys who steal the crown jewels and the guys who stole Nike tennis shoes.
It's the same
To
thing.
say, oh, well, they're very similar. These guys are highly organized.
It's
Yeah,
the same thing.
I don't know. I'm thinking
The
bunch of
Louvre.
guys pissed off about Champ Sports decide, you know what we could do? We can go steal a bunch of shoes. Let's do it. Hold my beer.
So 500 pair of shoes, 400 to 500 pair of shoes, and they're estimating $40,000 to $50,000. Yeah, I mean the price of shoes is pretty up there.
Right.
Pretty up there these days. Okay, we've got more to talk about. We'll talk about it next hour. We've got Flick Pick coming up, and let's see which one Andrew did. I'm going to pull it in right here. Flick Pick for now. Oh, Good Fortune. Good Fortune is what we're going to talk about.
All
So
right.
Andrew is going to review that movie, and we'll have that here next hour on the WSJM Morning Show after our news, after our sports. We've got news from ABC coming up in just a moment. The weather forecast for today does call for a partly sunny day. Only a 20% chance of lake effect rain returning, and it's going to be early in the day. The high should be somewhere between 50 and 54 degrees, depending on where you are. Tonight's forecast, mostly clear, but it's going to get cold. And it's going to get cold because of the clear skies. Widespread frost is likely. The low overnight around 32 degrees. Saturday's forecast, we're looking at waking up to that frost, and then it's going to be a partly cloudy day, a high of 55. It's going to be partly cloudy and a high of 58 on Sunday. Good morning. It's the WSJM Morning Show. It's 8 o'clock.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston.